Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn what expense ratio of a mutual fund is. Alright? Now, before we learn what expense ratio is, we need to know the difference between a regular mutual fund and a direct mutual fund. Okay? Now, to make you understand the difference between regular and a direct mutual fund, I will take a simple example. Okay? Now, this is you. This is you. And you want to buy tomatoes. You want to buy tomatoes. So, you have two options. One is you can directly go to a farmer and buy tomatoes from him. Okay? For that, you will need to know where the farmer is, which farmer is good, which farmer grows good tomatoes, which farmer gives you the best rate, and so on. And if you can do that, you can directly go to a farmer and buy tomatoes from him. Alright? And if you do that, you can buy tomatoes at this price, 10 rupees per kg. Okay? Now, if you do that, if you directly go to a farmer and buy the tomatoes, then it is considered as direct plan. Okay? Direct plan. Now, this is first option. Second option is you can go to a vegetable seller. Vegetable seller has tomatoes and other vegetables with him. You can go to him and buy tomatoes at 15 rupees per kg. And what does this seller do? He in turn buys the tomatoes from the farmer at 10 rupees per kg. Okay? Now, why do you do this? Because you don't really have time to find out which farmer gives you good deal or which farmer grows good quality of tomatoes or which farmer is located where. So what do? You go to the nearest seller and get the tomatoes from him. This person, this seller, buys tomatoes at 10 rupees from 10 rupees per kg from him and sells it at 15 rupees per kg. The difference, 5 rupees, is his profit, and that is for finding out which farmer is good, which farmer gives good deal, which farmer is located where, and so on. For doing all those work, he keeps 5 rupees as profit. Okay? So this is the second option you have. And if you do this, then it is considered as regular plan. Alright? Now, apply the same concept for mutual funds too. If you go to an AMC and buy a mutual fund directly from them, then it is called as direct mutual fund. For you to buy a direct mutual fund, you need to do research. You need to find which mutual fund will help you achieve your goals. You need to find which mutual fund invests where and which mutual fund gives you good returns with less risk. Okay? So these are some of the research that you need to do before you invest in mutual fund. Alright? And if you can do that, you can directly go to an AMC and buy mutual funds from them. If you do that, it is considered direct. But if you do not have the time or the knowledge about mutual funds, what you can do is you can go to an agent or a broker or an advisor and get his help. This broker or agent or advisor will be having knowledge about mutual funds. He will know which mutual fund will help you, which mutual fund will be efficient, and many other things. Okay? And since he helps you out selecting a mutual fund, he will take some commission from you. Okay? That is his charge. That is his charge. So if you do that, if you buy a mutual fund through a broker or an agent, then it is considered as regular mutual fund. All right. Now, I hope the difference between a regular and direct mutual fund is clear. There are few other differences too, which we will learn slowly as and when required. Okay. Now, you know that the asset management companies collect money from people and invest it in various assets. Correct? The asset management company has a team for a mutual fund. There will be a fund manager and people working under him. Those people will be researching as to where to invest your money or the people's money and how much to invest where. Okay. Now, the salary for these people needs to be paid along with the cost of all the equipments that they use. For example, they use tables, chairs, laptops, computers, internet connections, and various softwares needed to do the research. So, the cost of all these, along with salaries of all these, is taken care by these people. Okay? In reality, what a mutual fund does is it takes small portion from people's money, from these people's money, or the people who have invested in mutual fund. Okay? So if I have invested in mutual fund, the mutual fund team will take small portion from my money to take care of their expenses. Okay, and this is called as expense ratio. All right. Yes. Now let me go to my dashboard and show you few things and then continue with my lecture. All right. I am in etmoney.com and in the page of Nippon India Liquid Fund. And before we proceed, I want to tell about the lie that I told in the previous video. Okay. In the previous video, I told the age shows you the date of inception of the mutual fund. Correct? Yes. But in reality, all the mutual funds on this website shows age as Jan 1st, 2013. Okay. This is not really the age of the mutual fund. In the last video, I did not wanted to explain too much, and so I took this as the starting date. In a few minutes, we will see where we can find the actual inception date of the mutual fund. Okay. Now, if you look here, you can see expense ratio as 0.2. 0.2. Now, this is for direct mutual funds. Okay, because if you invest through etmoney.com, then it would be direct mutual funds, that it would be like investing in direct mutual funds. Okay, now we want to look at the expense ratio of regular mutual fund too. Now, where do we get that? We can get that from a fact sheet. Okay, all the mutual funds have something called as fact sheet. If you go to Google and search the name of the mutual fund along with the keyword fact sheet, you will get the fact sheet from the official websites. Okay, so here Nippon India Liquid Fund is the mutual fund, and I have typed Nippon India Liquid Fund fact sheet. This is the official website from where I have downloaded the fact sheet and it is ready. Alright, so you can see Nippon India Liquid Fund. Now this is the fact sheet of this particular mutual fund. In the fact sheet, you can get all the details related to the mutual fund. Where does it invest? Who are the fund managers? What is the fund size? What is the net asset value? And so on. Alright. Now, you can see the date of allotment. Let me zoom in. You can see the date of allotment as December 9, 2003. Okay. This is the date of allotment, not the one that you see in etmoney.com. Okay. Now let me come here. We want expense ratio, right? So the total expense ratio here, you can see for regular it is 0.34. For direct it is 0.20. Alright. For direct it is 0.20. For regular it is 0.34. The difference 0.14 is taken by the agent or the broker or the middleman or the advisor. Okay. Now, what does this expense ratio mean? It means that from the total fund value AUM, 0.34 percentage is taken to take care of expenses per year. Okay. What does this mean? This means from the total fund value, total AUM, 0.20 percentage is taken away to take care of expenses every year. Okay. Yes. Now, let me take these two and explain you how net asset value is calculated. Alright? Alright. I'll explain the calculation by assuming these things. Okay? I'll assume that there are only 5 people and they have invested these much rupees in the mutual fund. And there are totally 100 units. Okay? 100 units of mutual fund. So total units is 100, adding all these, and total asset value or the AUM is 1000 rupees, adding all these. Okay, and I'm assuming that the mutual fund starts on January 1st or it is started on January 1st. Okay, now on January 1st the asset value is 1000 rupees. On January 1st the asset value is 1000 rupees. The mutual fund company has taken this 1000 rupees and has invested in various assets. Okay. The regular expense ratio is 0.34 percentage and direct is 0.2 percentage. Alright. Now, you know that the AUM changes day by day or every day. So let us say that on Jan 2nd, the AUM changes to 1100 rupees. Alright. Now, I am going to explain all these step by step. This much is taken away from the AUM to take care of expenses. What expenses? I told you, the team has to be paid their salaries, they have to pay their internet connection, they have to pay for the softwares that they use and so on. Okay. So this is the money that they take away from this AUM. Now how do we get this? We get this using this formula. Okay. Regular expense equal to 1100 into the percentage of regular plan, divided by 365. Okay. Now why did we divide by 365? Because this percentage is for year. Okay, this percentage is for the whole year. But we are calculating it daily. Okay, we are calculating it on daily basis. Why? Because this keeps on changing daily. This keeps on changing daily, and so we are calculating it daily, and so this percentage is taken for a day. Okay, and that is why we have divided the percentage from 365. This is for year, and when we divide it by 365, it gives the percentage for that particular day. Alright. So 1100 into this divided by 365. This gives you this much. Okay. You can also use a calculator and calculate it now. So this much is taken away from this. If you have gone for regular plan, if you have taken regular mutual fund, then this is how much the company takes away from AUM. When? On Jan 2nd, at the end of the day, Jan 2nd. Okay. Next, direct expense. Okay. Direct expense is calculated using this formula: 1100, which is AUM, into 0.2, which is the percentage or the expense ratio for direct plan, divided by 365. Okay, and when you do that, you get this. Okay, meaning if you have gone for a direct plan, then this much rupees is taken away from AUM to take care of expenses. Okay, to take care of expenses. All right. Now we need to calculate NAV. All right. In the previous video, once again, I did not tell you this because I did not want it to confuse you. The actual formula to calculate NAV is this. Okay. How do we calculate NAV? The total AUM minus expense. For regular, we take regular expense, which is this, minus this divided by 100, total number of units. Okay, so AUM minus expense divided by 100. Now this gives 10.9897 as NAV, meaning if you had gone for regular plan, then your NAV would be this much on Jan 2nd or at the end of Jan 2nd. Okay. Direct NAV is calculated in the same way, but by taking direct expense. 1100 minus this value divided by 100. Now this gives 10.9939 as direct NAV. Meaning if you had gone for direct plan, then at the end of Jan 2nd, your NAV would be this much. Alright? Yes. So now you can see that the regular NAV is lesser than direct NAV. This is because more money has been taken away from the AUM to take care of expense. And this is why you can see that the direct plan is better than regular. Okay, we'll come to that at the end. Let us not worry about this. But remember that the money is taken daily, meaning this is taken at the end of Jan 2nd. This is taken away at the end of Jan 2nd. Alright, now let me proceed and explain once again in detail. Let us say on Jan 3rd, the AUM reduces to 900. Once again, we go through all these calculations. So regular expense is calculated by multiplying 900 into 0.34 divided by 365, which comes to this, and direct expense is calculated by doing this, and we get this. Okay, you can pause this video and verify it if you want. Regular NAV, we get it by subtracting 900 minus this divided by 100, we get this, and direct NAV 900 minus this divided by 100, we get this. Okay. Next, let us say on August 1st, 50,000 rupees is the AUM, and when we calculate everything in the same way, we get all these values. Alright? Now, what you have to know is this is taken away every single day. Even though we have 0.34 percentage and 0.2 percentage as the percentages for year, we meaning the mutual fund company does not take it once every year. It takes small portions every single day. Okay, so on Jan 2nd this much money is taken away, on Jan 3rd this much is taken away, on Jan 4th some money is taken away, on Jan 5th some money is taken away, on August 1st this much is taken away, August 2nd some money is taken away. All these small amounts are taken away every single day towards expense, and we, the people who have invested in mutual fund, do not come to know about this. Okay, we don't really want to know about it too. It doesn't help us in any way, but we must know that the expenses are taken away every single day. Okay, and the expenses are calculated using the expense ratios. Now we can see on August 1st, 499.53 is the NAV of regular plan, and direct plan it is 499.72, meaning the NAV of direct is more than this. Now you must remember, you must also know that these are all small values. I have taken small values to keep the math simple. Okay. In reality, this will be in crores and this will be in many thousands of rupees. Okay. So this is why we or the people prefer to invest in direct plan, because the money taken away by the mutual fund company towards expense is lesser than regular. Okay, so this is for direct, this is for regular. So if you take the difference of this is where the agent takes his cut. Okay, the difference of this. There are many things more than that. Let me not go deep and explain all those things. Okay. Yes. So this is the difference between a regular and a direct mutual fund, and the expense ratio is used to calculate how much money the mutual fund company takes away towards the expenses. Alright. So I hope the concept is clear. So this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.